Hi, in this slide I want to review the line item profit analytics journey. So we talked about, first of all, coming up with the cost to serve model that gets us individual line item event net profit or loss, how we can roll those up so we can rank elements, that would be an item or invoices or customer or suppliers, by profitability. We recast these into whale curves because pictures are helpful. And if you go to YouTube playlist 3, slides 6 through 9, I talk about whale curves in much greater detail. Now, people will nitpick the cost to serve model. They'll say, well, yeah, but the model isn't perfect. And of course, no model can be perfect. And whatever we have is probably a lot better than the financial model that we're currently using, if you think about it, to manage the profitability of our business. It's very crude. But in our cost to serve model, if it's roughly about 75% right, then the extremes, whatever the most profitable customer or unprofitable customer, they're always going to be super winners or super losers. You can fool around the model all you want, but the only way to be a super winner is to have a ton of margin and very little activity, line item and invoice activity. And the only way to be a super loser, is to have good margin dollars, maybe okay margin percent, but just horrendous line item invoice delivery activity that more than offsets the margin dollars. So anytime we hear people nitpick the model, what they're really doing is from a fear basis, like, I don't get it, I don't really understand it, I'm freaking out, I don't believe in what you're saying, all customers are good. It's just a belief thing. And there'll be some people who say, wait a minute, I'm afraid that this is going to expose me. And there you will find sales territories where somebody's making a handsome commission compensation on a territory that's actually losing money. That's a problem. Now, if the person's good, we can restructure their territory and everything else, and guarantee their income as we transition from one thing to another thing. But people are going to freak out. They're going to feel a little bit vulnerable. And by watching all these playlists and these clips, presumably 5 to 7 times and 1 to 10, presumably we have good answers, and we have case story examples and so forth, and we can do it in a way that is fluent, confident, and compelling, because we've passed the rule of 1 to 10. But just getting ranking reports is the first sticky wicket, really. Getting through them and on to, well, let's dig for the causes behind the extreme winners and losers. You can go to playlist 3, clip 15 for more on that. And it's getting to the causes that we actually get the first real insight that is the beginning of wisdom or the beginning of a new play. So I call those strategic insight kernels. We develop into little new plays, and then we put those plays into action, and that's where you can go look at this playlist number 3, clips 25 to 29 for more on that. However, to execute the new plays for big win-win math improvement, we're going to tweak our skills, and we're going to need somebody who's going to head this up. We'll call them a champion. And we may have to start retuning our culture, because otherwise nothing's going to happen. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. Habits will win. And then if we run our new plays, then at the year-over-year delta profit report, we'll say these guys are up dramatically because of specific stories we can tell you. This isn't an accident. We actually made this happen. We're making our luck here. And we had fewer net losers because, again, all of our supply chain apps tend to minimize our hits and improve our results. So the delta net profit for the whole company goes up a lot, the sum of all these individual success stories. And then if everybody is tuned in to growing delta net profit, including Wally in the warehouse and George in the truck, things will definitely get better. And you can't really do open book management. Say, here are all the numbers, and if profits get better, you can all have a share of it, unless you have some new radical way of improving profitability. To say, here are all the financial numbers, they're kind of punk, and we're going to keep doing what we're doing. What's the upside in a very mature world where there's too much supply and not enough demand? So with this one-time gold rush opportunity, it's a great time to put in open book management, gain sharing, and really move aggressively to a high-performance culture. It'll put you on a long-term trajectory ever after if you want to. So these are some of the steps that go into the journey, and we have to anticipate all the kind of reporting that we need, not to mention the complementary education, which is what this whole playlist YouTube thing is all about. End of the story. Thank you.